Oh, there we go. All right. Hello, everyone. Let's get started. Hope everyone signed in. Thanks for coming. Hope you're having a good day. So, yes, we are CSG. What is CSG? I know you're all asking. We're the Computer Security Group, a group of security-minded people. I think that makes sense. We have weekly talks, Wednesdays at 7, except for the first Wednesday of each month. So I'll introduce our officer team real quick. Hello, everyone. My name is Elliot. I'm president this semester. Next, we have our vice president, Peyton, who is right here. Then we have our secretary, Reese, who's right there. Hello. We have our treasurer, Kelly, who's right here. Thank you. Picking up pizza for us today. We have Mega right next to her, media chair. Corporate chair, Suresh, right over here in the front. We have Take, who is our CTF chair, also resident PhD student. And then Charles could not be with us, but Charles Averill. And then David, who's here. Hi, David. Yes, so that's our team for this semester right now. We are also doing officer interviews this coming week, so the people that applied will have some new officers joining soon. These are our two faculty advisors. We have Dr. G, Dr. Kankuk G, and also Dr. Camille Sirac, if you know them. So how do you join CSG? All you have to do is come to our weekly meetings. Our constitution says, like, if you were at our last meeting, you're a member, so that counts. And yeah, join our Discord if you're not already in it. Is anyone not in the Discord? Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sure. Good? I think we're good. Yes. So our weekly meetings, Wednesdays, we do mostly tech talk. So it's one of our officers or a member talking about some interesting topic and, well, we think interesting topic in cybersecurity. And it's a wide range of things. I think what you'll learn if you're interested in cybersecurity is that there's just so many different topics that you can get into and learn about. So a lot of the times we'll try to do live demos, which there will be a live demo later today. And always feel free to suggest topics. Maybe there's something you're interested in and would like to hear about. Come up. Peyton's going to talk a bit.
What's up? I'm Peyton. Nice to meet y'all. Cool. Fire talks are a thing that we do. We try to do it every semester. Real quick, do we have to? Okay, we do. Yeah, we do it every semester. The point of the fire talk is to give you all the opportunity to give up in front of us for like 5 to 20 minutes and talk about cool cybersecurity related stuff. If you go to this QR link, you'll see a Google form that will give you the opportunity to sign up. It'll be at the very last meeting of the semester, and it's essentially a good resume builder. So if you're trying to do your own project, if you sign up for this right now, that's a pretty big motivator. If we end up getting too many signups, then we might start selecting people, but that hasn't been an issue in the past. So what I mean by that is please sign up so it becomes an issue and that we have a lot of people, because it's a good opportunity. We're going to be making this announcement pretty much every week to try and tell y'all to do this. So get used to it. Next one. CTFs. Who here has done or knows what a CTF is? All right, pretty good majority of you. A CTF, for those that don't know, is a capture the flag cybersecurity competition. The essential idea is that you'll have web or reverse engineering or cryptography type of challenges, and you're supposed to solve that challenge and get the flag that is hidden somewhere within that challenge. It's a good way to learn about cybersecurity skills as well as a good way to improve your own cybersecurity skills. especially if you put it on your resume. It's a good way to get a job. A lot of recruitment and hiring managers really like to see that you've done CTFs in the past. So this semester, we plan to compete in a couple of them. The first one is Patriot CTF. That'll be actually next weekend. We have our lab in ECS South 4.619 upstairs. We'll make an announcement. We'll open up the lab for a couple of hours on a Saturday. And if you show up, you can join our team. You can compete in the CTF. And we will have more experienced officers and other members around there that can provide some guidance if you're new to CTFs, or if you're not new to CTFs and you just want people to compete with. Here's a free opportunity. We usually get donuts. It's a good time. Come hang out with us. But that's Patriot CTF. That's that Friday, or that Saturday on the 9th. We're also planning on doing TCP IP and Glacier CTF. All of these are more focused towards beginner and undergrad students, so don't worry if you think it's going to be too hard, because you got to start somewhere, and these are good places to start. Besides that, there's also something that we try to compete every fall semester called NSA Codebreaker. NSA Codebreaker is a not really beginner-friendly challenge, but there are maybe the first 3 or 4 are usually doable for most computer science students. Either way, it's a challenge that the NSA puts on. There's usually like 9 or so questions, and they get progressively more difficult. And it's a semester-long challenge, so it'll open on the 28th, and it'll go through the end of the semester. We can't compete as a team on this, but you can compete as under the UTD school. So the more people that compete in that, the better our school looks, which means the more likely the NSA comes here to do recruiting events. And I know of multiple people that have completed all the Codebreaker challenges and gotten a job offer with the NSA the next summer. So if you're looking to work for the NSA, this is your opportunity to show them what you got. The last thing I'm going to talk about on the CTF slide is I am hosting a CTF event for y'all to try whenever. So if you go to our website, there we go. You can either go to UTDallas or csg.utdallas.edu, and you'll see our CSG CTF link, or you can just go directly to CSG CTF. This is a CTF that I'll be hosting all semester long. All the challenges are from our prior TechSol CTF that we hosted last April. So if you compete in that, sorry, you'll recognize a lot of the questions, or maybe good, because then you can solve the ones you didn't solve. Either way, a lot of these questions are written by students at UTD that are oftentimes more oriented towards beginner students. So if you're looking for a place to just kind of get into CTFs on your own time, check out this website. The goal is to give some sort of prize. We haven't really decided how we're going to give prizes. It's probably not going to be the top people, because a lot of the solutions are written online from the past competitors. So maybe we'll just do like a random drawing. Who knows? But there might be a prize in it for you. Don't hold me to that. Cool. But yeah, this is a website. Check out, register. What's up?
Is the certificate still invalid, or is it?
Good question. So you would expect us to know how to be good at cybersecurity and renew our certificates. There was like a whole year that we didn't do that, but we did it. Our website certificates are valid. So you can go to our website and you'll see the little lock there, and it'll be legitimate, which means our website is not bad anymore. So congrats to us, we fixed it. Yeah, but we should all be valid for the next couple of months when our cert expires and we have to figure out how to renew it again. Long story. Okay, I got one more slide, then I'm going to give it back to Elliot. The last thing I'm going to talk about is Scholarship for Service. So who here is aware of what Scholarship for Service is? Less of you. Cool. So Scholarship for Service, especially if you're a junior or senior looking to go into a master's program, is something you should look into. The general idea is that you get to apply for the scholarship. They will pay for all of your tuition. They will also give you money, up to 36 grand now, I think it is, maybe 37 a year, to where you get to go to get your master's for free at UTD. You'll take all the CS classes. You'll be a part of a cohort. And the only requirement after this is that you work for the government the number of semesters that you take the money from the government, which is fair. So essentially you get a free chance to work for the NSA, CIA, FBI, any of the national labs. and you get paid to go to school. So if you're looking to get into fast track, a PhD program, or a graduate program in cybersecurity within the next couple of years, applications are open every single spring. They just closed, sorry. But yeah, if you're looking for a way to get free college, look into this, especially if you're interested in cybersecurity. And you can go to this website link, or you can just look up UTD SFS. Cool. That's all I got. I'll let Elliot continue.
Cool. So one more thing, as I said before, first Wednesday of every month, 7 p.m. we go to DHA, which if you've been, you know, it's a fun time. It's at a karaoke bar off I-35. It's a lot of fun, though. It's just a bunch of basically professionals in the area talking about just cybersecurity related stuff. So it is a lot of fun to just go hang out and talk with people there. So yeah. Next up, we have our club/partner org showcase. We're so excited to have all of our friends here today, I guess. So let's get started. If you're an officer of this org, just come up. Nebula Labs.
Hello. Okay, so I'm sure you guys have seen emails about our organization, but maybe have questions more. So hopefully I can shed a little bit of light on who we are. So Nebula Labs, we're a second-year organization at UT, but rapidly growing, and our entire focus is building software by students for students. It's an interesting concept, but over the last year we've really shown that a lot of people are interested in it, and our tools are giving back to the community, and this year we really are trying to grow as an organization. So one of the big things we're doing is rebranding as a multidisciplinary organization. So last year we were really engineering focused, building out a little bit of our design division, then starting out product, but this year we're really pushing those divisions out. So I think our organization really gives you the experience of how designing software in more of a corporate environment looks as you're supported by a product and design team, and then we're also pushing marketing this year. So yeah, jumping to the slides, for open source projects, we have an API with the largest public data set on campus. We have a schedule planner that has some really cool aspects to it, and it's continuing growing. We have Nebula, or UTD Trends, which is a way you can go and compare professors in real-time grade data. So it's kind of like UTD grades, but it's better. And then another thing that we have is we're building Nebula Platform, which is a centralized place to connect all of our projects together. And one of the things that's involved with that is an SSO. So as security people know, an SSO is not an easy feat. So if you want to come join a project that's really getting security focused, and it actually is like a real-time project for UTD students, please come out and help our organization so we don't turn it into the Nebula capture the flag later. So yeah, 3 ways to contribute though. As the 3 divisions I mentioned, most of you guys I imagine fall under engineering, but if anybody's interested in what a product team looks like or a design division looks like, definitely feel free to check us out for that, even if you don't have a lot of experience. 2 places to follow us. The QR codes are a little small, but you should be able to scan them. So we're trying to get our Instagram back to where it was last year, but we're really pushing that. We're going to have some officer introductions coming up. And then our Discord is our place that we host all of our communication. There's more information about our kickoff there, but it'll be next Tuesday, 7 p.m. in the big room at ECS West, 1.315, I believe that is. And then, yeah, one amazing community. One thing we really emphasize in Nebula is our products, but also our people. A couple of pictures here. We like going and doing stuff. That's one thing I think we love about CSG as well. It's just the community of bringing everybody together, working together. We went to Hack UTD last year. We went to a couple of other hackathons. So we just host an environment that's really for anyone who wants to learn, whether you're a seasoned expert at development, security, product design, or you're just starting out and you really want like a place to kind of cultivate that learning environment. I would say definitely feel free to come check us out. And our slogan, software for students, by students, and if you're interested in giving back to the community that you're a part of, definitely come check us out. So, thank you.
Next is ACM. Maybe I should have done the other way, ACM then Nebula.
Well, I mean, it's a good segue regardless. So hello, ACM. I'm sure most of you guys have heard of it. If you haven't, we're basically another computer science club on this campus, and we actually help host Hack UTD. So the third largest hackathon in the nation with over 1,000 participants. So we help organize that and a few other programs and events. Some of them include volunteering opportunities like at your local Richardson schools, K-12. They actually also help host a Berkeley High School hackathon. In addition, I guess for you guys, what's more interesting is the sort of software that we built. So in ACM development, we actually produce infrastructure to not only maintain ACM, but also hackathons as a whole. So Hack Portal is actually one of the projects that ACM developers actually help work on. And universities like UT Arlington actually deploy this in their hackathons. So I'm sure you guys know any software, any piece of code you write, there can be some problems if you don't write it well. So regardless, we have other things such as ACM projects and ACM research, both of which where they're application-based, and once you're accepted, you have a few projects that you can sort of rank and preference, but I think for you guys, ACM research is probably where it's at, cutting-edge research, cool stuff. Yeah, I think that's about it. Our QR code right there, and our kickoff is tomorrow, 7 p.m. in Artemis Hall in the SU. And thank you so much.
Next we have SWE, which their kickoff is going on right now, I believe. Does anyone know that? I think it is actually right now. So basically, I just want to say hello, yes, thank you, SWE. They're also showing a slide about us right now. So anyway, if you are a woman, non-binary person, whatever, they have a great opportunity just to have a good group of like-minded people to be with. I know they help host hackathons as well. And it's just a great way to get as well some outreach and volunteering. I know they do a bunch of that. So there's a bunch here. Definitely scan QR code linktree/SWE-UTD. Cool. Next, WWC.
Hi everybody, my name is Anjana. I'm the Vice President of Women Who Compute. And this is a club if you're a woman or an underrepresented gender in tech who is looking to get into computing as their career or software engineering. We host a ton of really cool events. We've had events with Microsoft in the past semester. We do events with JP Morgan, Capital One. And I think our coolest event of the semester is called Speed Mentoring, where basically you get the opportunity to have one-on-one conversations with industry recruiters, product managers, and software engineers. So we are a really cool club. If you guys want to scan that QR code, I think that's for Discord. But we are at UTWWC on Instagram, LinkedIn. We have a website as well that's coming. And if you have any questions, feel free to DM us or email us, which is it's utwwc@gmail.com. So we'd like to see everyone there if you guys want to go. So yeah, thank you.
Next, AWS Cloud Club. Yeah, Reese can come over.
So the AWS Cloud Club is all about learning how to use AWS and learn how to incorporate that in your cloud computing needs. So if you want to scan the Discord, that's where we we'll post updates. Our kickoff is next Tuesday. And the whole idea is throughout the semester, hopefully you'll be able to gain the skills needed to get an entry-level AWS certification and be able to deploy your apps in a more effective way. So yeah, hope to see y'all there.
OpenUTD. I don't know if they had someone that was able to get here. Anyway, OpenUTD, if y'all like open source software, just learning about how to contribute, that type of stuff to open source software, definitely join OpenUTD. I know last semester they would meet Friday evenings while everyone else is out partying. We would just sit in the maker space and program. So there you go. Next, ISSA.
Hey everyone, my name is Akash. So we are the non-Texas ISSA's UTD subchapter. We're mainly a networking community, so we get you in touch with the professionals from cybersecurity. So if you guys are interested in going out, starting a career in cybersecurity, please join us. We do have a lot of panel discussions. In fact, yeah, I think some of those pictures are there. Those were from the panel talks that we had. We did have a whistleblower last time, where it was quite an interesting one where basically he worked for the city of Fort Worth, and he told us his story about what went down over there, basically. We'll also have some cybersecurity workshops, and yeah, we'll have a lot of panel discussions, and we're also going to have some mock interview sessions. So if you want to check that out, please join us, and yeah, please follow us on Discord and Instagram.
Okay, I made a small mistake. I forgot to include one slide for CSC. That's the other cybersecurity club org on campus. Give me just one second, please. Sorry about this.
Too many things in the DMs you can't see.
Yeah, you cannot see my DMs. Thank you. No. Okay. There we go. Has anyone used LibreOffice before?
See it?
Okay, I'm gonna leave it like this because I don't know how to full screen. F11? No, F12?
That's better.
Oh yeah, there you go.
All right, so my name is Reese. I am the president of CSC, the other cybersecurity club. So CSG, their main focus is to be like establishing those hard skills through CTFs and whatnot. Our main focus is industry events and ultimately getting you that job once you have those hard skills, which is really nice to have. So our main focus is here on speaker events, hands-on workshops, and most importantly, networking and recruiting. So we are officially sponsored by, for example, Palo Alto Networks. You can look them up. They're a big firewall company, and they do recruiting directly out of our club. So we're going to be hosting a couple of Palo Alto Networks recruitment events where you can actually meet the recruiters and get your resume in and hopefully get an interview. And we also, in addition to that, we have our kickoff on the 7th. So that's our concrete event, the 7th at ECSS 2.201. And also, throughout the semester, we're going to have some really good speaker talks. And we have really big people from the cybersecurity industry, like the head of cybersecurity at Blue Cross Blue Shield. In the past, we've also had the head of cybersecurity for Bank of America. And we're also going to have some principal engineers at Fidelity Investments and Dell Technologies that are going to come down and talk about their job, and you can meet them face to face. So there's a really good opportunities. If you scan that QR code on the bottom left, you can join our Discord to be the first to get notified about our coming speaker events, which we're going to have many, and also the recruitment opportunities. This is open to all majors and especially all years. So even if you're a freshman, you can come down to a Palo recruitment event and hopefully get an internship before any of your peers. So this is a really good opportunity to get a head start at establishing your career. And also, as you can see, we have our social medias, CSC, UTD, those are for LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter respectively. And yeah, thank you.
Great, thank you, CSC. Thank you, our partner orgs. What we have next is just a little CTF demo. I saw a lot of y'all looks like have done CTFs before, something like that. So this is just going to be a quick little demo that I think is pretty interesting. It's great because it's Metasploit. If you know Metasploit, basically means you don't need to know anything and it just works. So I will be showing a this is a demo about Eternal Blue, if you've ever heard about Eternal Blue. This is an exploit that was developed by the NSA and leaked by the Shadowbrokers. This is used in the WannaCry ransomware, which y'all might have remembered in the news, shut down the National Health Services in the UK. And this firm, I don't know, I saw it on Wikipedia, says that they estimate it to cause have caused about $4 billion in damages. So definitely a big deal. If you all want to look along or just pull it up, the image I'm about to use is from tryhackme.com/room/blue. So let's get started. The main thing we want to do for CTFs in general, whenever we do Jeopardy style, which is the most common CTF you'll be doing, is you're going to be looking for a flag, which is basically just a formatted little string almost that's like, oh, I completed the challenge, I found the flag, right? Capture the flag. I know how to fix this. So one thing you'll see is if you pull up online that box, you can use a online connection for free to a host that, like a, what's it called? A virtual machine that they host. Try HackMe. Now, with the free account, you have to wait. So I downloaded it so we could do it locally because I don't want to wait. Okay, here we go. So, what is the purpose of this challenge? So, we have a Windows 7 box here. I don't know the password. It's going to say, nah, boy, I ain't sharing nothing with you, if I do that. So, we can kind of guess maybe what we're supposed to do. At this point, you'd probably look up Eternal Blue or something. It's the name. It tells you whatever. So there's a lot of ways, and it's just something you kind of learn over time. I'm not even good at it, but we can look at different ways that we'd want to approach this box. So what I'm going to do first is, this takes some time, so I already did it, but we can do a scan with Nmap, if anyone's familiar with this. If some of this is going over your head, don't worry. I mean, it's really not a big deal. But what I'm doing with this is I'm scanning the virtual machine box, its ports, and I'm doing something that Nmap has, is this script vuln. So it'll basically just tell me if it can easily detect any vulnerabilities that are showing from that host. So it's also, I did verbose. This is all like random logs, I don't really care. But if we go down a bit, one of the things it tells us, some of the results from that script, is we have a vulnerability. Wow. Risk factor high, that doesn't sound good. So this looks like something we can take a look at and see how it goes. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to copy this little blurb right here. And what we can do now is open Metasploit. So Metasploit is great because it's ScriptKitty's best friend, my best friend. You don't have to, know how any of these exploits work. It's very plug and play and modular, which is great. I tried reading about how Eternal Blue works. I've never felt more dumb in my life. It was kind of ridiculous. So what we can do is search this exploit, just copied from Nmap, and it gives us some options. So on your own, you'd have to mess with this and figure out maybe what's best, but I know that this one works, so we're gonna do this one. And then what I can do is just show some options. What I've done in Metasploit is basically selected this as my exploit. So it's very modular. So I've said, okay, here is the exploit I want to use, and I can set some options from it. So first thing I want to set is the actual host that I'm doing that. And I think I already did this, so set our host, yeah. So I'll set my host there. And another thing, it's just a little specific maybe to this example, but I'm going to then set some options for our payload. So there's the actual exploit, right, that gets us access, and then there's the thing that our payload is the actual, juice, what we want to do. Oh, okay. So one thing I can do, I see that there's some unknown open TCP ports. Just gonna copy this. So what I'm going to do is set the port here for the payload. And I barely know what this means, but I know that that's supposed to do it.
The L port?
Yeah, it's the port from the host.
Listener port. So
Yep.
essentially what L port does is when you send your payload in, that's going to do is it's going to set up a script that will call back to your machine and say, hey, now you have a shell in this machine. What the listener port essentially does is it's going to be the port or the network tunnel that the payload or the shell that you're setting up is going to be listening from when your host tries to connect to that the vulnerable host.
Yes.
Why,
Yeah.
why does it have to be one of those open ports though? Open port should just be, as the open ports coming in, but it should be able to come anything out.
Yes.
It has to be
So This is, I believe, a quirk with me doing it in virtual manager. I believe usually you don't have to do this. If I was using a different payload, there's a payload that isn't, instead of reverse TCP, it's bind. Yeah, it's one of the bind TCP ones. And then you don't have to do this, like looking at the port thing, or looking at the port. But we can. This one should work, no problem. So now I've set up all my options. We have the host first and run should work. Now we wait. And there we go. So I'm so great, aren't I? What we did now is the payload that I selected was Meterpreter. Meterpreter is basically just like a all-in-one payload almost that just has a bunch of different stuff that you might want once you get access. So what I've basically done here is, press some keys and it's gotten me access to this virtual machine. It's kind of, anticlimactic, but if I do this, you can see sessions. The active session I have is Meterpreter Windows. If anyone knows Windows stuff, we have authority system on John PC, right? Wherever I put it here, John PC. And here's some just connection information. So, sessions one. So now we can do a bunch of different stuff. There's some fun stuff here, record mic, webcam, chat, blah, blah, blah. Kind of whatever. We are authority, like system level. So this is the highest level of access that you can have on a Windows system. So there's a bunch of different stuff that we can do here. For example, the main point of this, right, of this challenge is to find a flag. So if I do that, we can maybe search for a flag and see if anything shows up. Okay, here's some stuff that looks interesting. We can say cat flag one.txt. Wow, look at that flag. Hello CSG Kickoff. Wow. Yeah, that before had the right flag for the try hack me, but y'all can get that for free. You're gonna have to do that. So again, this is system level authority as well. So we can do a bunch of stuff just like why? I did this earlier. Okay, well you can't do that, I guess. That's annoying. But what we can do is hash dump. If you know hashcat or something like that, we can then go and crack this password, do other fun stuff. Maybe I figure out what the admin password is, sign into some other stuff. Anyway, that is the general idea behind the blue CTF. We get to use a really cool exploit called Eternal Blue. Well, cool, really cool exploit called Eternal Blue. So, yes, that is that. I'll just leave that running in the background, why not? Does anyone have any questions about that? Anything you're like, oh, that was weird, how'd that happen? You can also feel free to ask later if you don't have any yet. Oh. Yeah. Your question?
Got any videos you recommend?
Any videos? Yeah. Just for cybersecurity? Computer File. Computer File is really good. Don't get worried about the name. It's Number File. If you've ever watched Number File on YouTube, it's like their partner. Computer File, P-H-I-L-E. Really good though. Professor Mike Pound is what got me into cybersecurity. So I definitely recommend that. Any other questions? Yes.
Could you do that slide for the open source club?
Oh yeah. No, you're good. Yeah, if y'all want to learn about Linux, these people will tell you about Linux for a long time. Good? Sorry. Good? Arch users, where are we at?
No, I use it on my laptop.
As your main OS on the laptop. I have a virtual box instance for everything. I'm not going to touch.
Okay, next. Last thing we have, this is a tradition, CSG tradition, is we are going to do a tinfoil hat contest. I believe we're giving the top 3 hats a t-shirt. Yeah, this t-shirt.
Tinfoil hat.
What size t-shirt is it?
We're going to have tinfoil
We have
on the
multiple
front.
sizes.
Y'all want to make a cool hat out of it because the NSA, the government is always watching, right? The officer's going to walk around, pick the top 10 coolest ones, send them up front, and we're going to cheer for the best 3, and then they get a shirt. So make a good hat. That's it. That's the explanation.
Come up and get some aluminum foil.
I'm gonna head out.
Okay, bye, David.
See you.
See you.
See you at DJ next week.
Yes, I'm excited. I haven't been for a while.
Well, neither have I. I gave a cool talk when everyone else skipped in May during final season.
Yeah. You can just take it. Okay. Let's do that.